And now, it's time for another Dice Tower review with Tom Vasel.
Okay, Rumble in the Dungeon is a sequel of sorts to Rumble in the House. It can even be combined with Rumble in the House. This is a game in which you have different monsters. All these monsters get together and fight, and you want your monster to win. Okay, that's the theme, and that's what it is. But you have to realize that this is a lighter than light game. If I let go of this game, it would float in the air. That's how light it is. Let me show you. At the beginning of the game, you set a dungeon up and you're going to put 12 different tiles together. You can put them any way you want. One room is a treasure room, and in that room you will put this absolutely gorgeous treasure chest. And another room is the entrance room. But you really, I made it a nice square like this, but I've, for all intents and purposes, I could have put one up here like this. It doesn't really matter. You just attach all the rooms together. And then you put one random character in each room. And so the characters range from Squiggly Eye, Beholder, Ripoff Dude, the Gelatinous Cube, to Barbarian Dude, to Orc Dude, to Guy with an Axe, who just escaped from Warhammer, to Zombie. There's all sorts of people in this game. To Lich Queen. I'm assuming that's a Lich Queen. Anyway, at the beginning of the game, each player gets 2 of these tiles secretly. This is who you are. So, I'm Gelatinous Cube. That's great. And I'm Orc Dude. So those are my 2 people. And on your turn, you simply do one of 2 things. You either move a guy to an adjacent room, or you kill someone in a room where there's 2 or more people. Once you kill someone, you place them over on the side of the board because you're going to keep track of how people die. Now, if there's 2 people in a room, you cannot move one of them out unless they have the treasure chest. If you move a guy from a room with a treasure chest, he can run with that treasure chest. And if he gets out, which is rare, but if he gets out, he automatically goes to the front of the line. He wins that round. Meanwhile, everyone else is fighting and killing each other. And so as the game goes by, you can see that things like this will happen and people will die. And this is kind of a simplified version of how the game might end. Alright, so this is the way the game ends. Everyone is dead or out of the game. Whoever controls this character gets 10 points because he escaped with the treasure chest. If, however, no one escaped with the treasure chest, which is more wont to happen, then whoever was the last person would get 10 points. Then 9 points goes to me. Ha ha! Gelatinous Cube, because I control him. Then 8 points to Warhammer Priest Guy. Then 7 points to Barbarian. Then 6 points to the Orc. So yay! 6 and 9, that's 15 for me. And so I move my marker over on the scoring track up to 15. And then we play another round, and we keep playing rounds until we've decided that we're really tired of the game. Or you can play just one round, or I don't know, you can just keep going. The rule book says 3 rounds, which is probably the best way that the game should be played. And each round you get 2 more of these guys that you'll be, 2 different people. And so the game, since there are 12 different characters, the game can go up to 6 people. It doesn't really matter, like I said, how you set the dungeon up, except where the treasure chest room is, so you shouldn't put it right by the door. You can also mix this with Rumble in the House, and then you have more characters and more rooms to attach to each other. But that's Rumble in the Dungeon. One more thing before we get back to what I think of the game. This is so minor, but an interesting thing. Every room has 2 different sides. So, the artwork's very thoughtful. It shows all different parts of the dungeon. But I just thought that was a very unique, interesting thing, that they actually did artwork on both sides, even though it has absolutely no bearing on the game. See what I mean? Light game. Easy. You go, kill, move on, or beat up, or whatever you want to call it, and then you play another round, and you just keep going. Now, this game is exactly the same as Rumble in the House, except the treasure chest, which is a nice little addition to it. Rumble in the House, I enjoyed that. Rumble in the Dungeon, I enjoyed that. You got to take them for what they are. Super, super, duper, 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 duper light. Funny artwork. You cheer and laugh as the different people get shot and hurt. You know, we call the archer, we all call him Legolas, and we have the Beholder, and we have the Warhammer priest dude, and we have all these different people, and we laugh and we joke about them as they go. But it's just essentially move someone into someone else and see who dies. Try to bluff everyone else. Super duper light. The game here says 20 minutes, but you probably can play it in 10 or 15 minutes, and that's great. That's really good for this type of game. The artwork's really funny. It's an easy, simple game to pull out. I call these fillers, where we pull them out when we're waiting to fill some time before the actual bigger game of the evening. So we pull this out, play it, and have a lot of fun at it. A lot of laughter. Simple, just kind of out-bluffing each other. You don't have a lot of choice, though. Your two characters might be killed, boom, boom, like that. That's okay, because you just get into the next round and maybe they'll survive a little bit longer. Silly fun, but good silly fun. Rumble in the Dungeon!
Thanks so much for watching the Dice Tower videos. Find more great videos and reviews, as well as our top-rated audio podcast at Dicetower.com. You can also find other great shows at Dicetowernetwork.com. I'm Eric Summerer, and you've been watching The Dice Tower. The Dice Tower is sponsored by Cool Stuff Inc., where you can find great games for great prices. Cool stuff in stock. Check them out at CoolStuffInc.com.
Shut the door.